What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. West Ham 2, Man United 1. And it's the same old story, the same old cycle, the same old bullshit, the same old players, the same old everything. Nothing has changed. I mean, you guys heard me in midweek talking about the Fenerbahce game. And I was not too overcritical just because I didn't feel like there was a need for me to go crazy, to go ranting. Because I wanted to see how we were gonna react to that result for this game today. And quite frankly, this team is just the same old story. Like I say, it's just the same old story, the same bullshit, the same players playing the same way, playing shit. The good players not being given a chance. The shit players just given multiple amount of chances, and they keep proving why they're shit. They keep proving why they should not be relied upon. But somehow this manager is brainless, this manager is brain dead, and he cannot see any of this. This is unacceptable. Like, we talk about luck. Look, I'm gonna put my hands up. The penalty was not a penalty. Anyone and their parents and their friends can sit down and admit that the penalty was not a penalty. Should never be a penalty in a million years. And the fact that it went to VAR and VAR were able to sit down there comfortably and allow the referee to make that decision and award the penalty is beyond me. But nonetheless, that being said, this is what happens. This is what happens when you're not good enough to win games and you live in the hands of the referees. We know how bad the referees are in this league. We know how how low the level of refereeing is in this league, in the country in general. You know, so like when you leave results in the hand of referees, when you leave the games in the balance, hanging in the balance in the hands of the referees, what do you expect? What do you really expect? If we go 2-3 goals up in that game, game's done. Game's dead. Doesn't matter what the referee does. It does not matter what decision he does. The game is done already. When you leave the game in the hands of the referee, it's the referee's job. They will fuck it up. They will make decisions like this that ruin the game, that ruin everything, that ruin the whole result, that changed the whole result. And we have to look at nobody but ourselves. It's just not good enough. We have to look at ourselves. First off, I'm going to admit the amount of chances we missed. We should have been 3-4-0 up. West Ham they were toothless, not only toothless, but defensively. They were open. They were open in the middle like a bagel. Like, they were just open. They were just there for the taking. The amount of chances we missed, chance after chance. Bruno, Garnacho, you name it. You name it. Dalot, wide open goals, skies it over. Open goals, and he just realizes in the last second, oh, I'm a right back. Let me just sky it over and put it out. We missed chances. I'm not going to lie. That's probably the best first half I've seen us play, and the most amount of chances I've seen us have in the first half this season so far. But then again, you got to take that with a pinch of salt, because this is against a really shit West Ham team who just haven't gelled, who just seem not to understand what the message of the manager is. And it just seems like the Lopetegui and West Ham are just going in two different directions. So West Ham were there for the taking. They were there for the taking, absolutely. This is not an informed West Ham team that we're playing against. So they were there for the taking. This game, we should have killed this game. This game should have been a guaranteed 3 points. But you know what? Same old Man United. Same old Man United. Always feeding points to the poor. Always feeding the poor. Always, all the flipping time. It's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. And I know people are going to come out and say we deserve to win. We should have won. We should. Yeah, if buts and maybes doesn't change anything. At the end of the day, what matters is the result. The 3 points or the 0 points. That's what matters at the end of the day. So if buts and maybes, we should have won. We should have done this. But this says a lot about the quality of our players. When you're relying on guys like Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes, week in, week out, to get you out together, to win you games, to win you the big titles. This is why you fans, this is why you people are left with disappointment. For this reason, you put your hope, you put your trust, and all your love in these players that are underwhelming, in these players that have proved to be underwhelming time and time again. It's just not good enough, people. It's just not good enough. Like I said, West Ham were there for the taking. They offered nothing at all. Like, there could be a highlights compilation out there, and the only highlights they probably have, I other than the 2 goals they scored, I can't think of too much West Ham done. Onana was not threatened at all. Not threatened at all. We lost the game, we conceded 2 goals, but I cannot even look at my keeper and say, you had a bad game. Keeper didn't have anything to do. We had no reason to be losing this game. No reason to be losing this game. Like, it's just unacceptable. It's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. The good teams, the big teams, they make their own luck. They make their own luck. When things are not going well, they make their own luck. You don't just get lucky, you make your own luck. You put yourselves in the position to make your own luck. So this is not good enough, people. This is just not good enough. This is not good enough. Second half, Somerville gets the goal. Just messy defensively, just ball watching. It was just a off the cuff from West Ham. It looked like, but good goal though nonetheless. Casemiro levels us back, and you're thinking we can hold the game out. You know, we probably won't win at that point. At that point, you can tell that we won't win the game, but you feel like, you know what, we can hold it out at least. We can leave with a point. And then before you know it, game over, 2-1. Game's done. Game's done, just like that. And this is the problem, people. There's just been too much of this. Too much of this same shit. As fans coming out saying the same thing over and over again. And yet this manager's getting bailed out. Yet Ineos don't see any of this. Well, if they are, they're certainly not acting like they are seeing any of this. It's just not good enough. This manager, he's not good enough. There's nothing that he's gonna do this season that will change my mind. Nothing at all. There's nothing at all that this guy will do that will change my mind. The message is clear. These players don't know what they're doing on the pitch. It's just a freestyle. It's just a freestyle. Everyone is just vibing. It's just a vibe along. Boys, put out the best 11 possible on the pitch and hope for the best. That's what's happening at the moment. It's just not good enough, people. It is just not good enough. I don't know if you want to go down individually into players, into each individual players. You know yourselves, people, who I don't like, who I have on the fraud watch and stuff like that. But the fact of the matter is that this is not good enough. Like, we should not be losing. We should not be losing to this West Ham team. That's one thing since this manager has done, since this manager has arrived, that he's done consistently. To be shit. We've consistently been shit. Performance-wise, results-wise, we've been shit. So I'll give him that he's been very consistent with that, if anything. So, look, people, I'm not even gonna talk too much because I don't want to lose my head. I don't want to get too crazy, but like I'm saying, this is just not good enough. Look, anyways, it's just gonna be a long season. Just brace. If you haven't braced yourself, just brace yourself. If you haven't sold your season tickets, sell them now. If you haven't sold your stadium tour tickets, sell them now. Because this manager, this team, these players are gonna let you down. They're gonna let us down week in, week out, time and time again. Even when you give them hope, even when you give them a second chance, a third chance, they will just keep laying you down. They're just like a toxic ex that you just give a chance, that just make you think that they can possibly turn the other corner, and then you give them the chance and they just let you down. They just do something that just makes you remember all the red flags they have. So it's not good enough, people. But look, I'm just gonna leave it here. You probably should be getting a match reaction from Richie on the Chelsea Newcastle game, and there probably might be a stream later on from the boys. Just rounding up the football weekend, and then later on for the week, there's football talk on Tuesday, I think. Tuesday, Wednesday. And then there should be a match reaction for the Carabao Cup. So people, you're probably going to see me next on the Tuesday or Wednesday for football talk. But other than that, that's me anyways, people. Peace.